to Sports Cards with Joe
and Doug.
And Doug, today I don't think we've ever done a video you're more excited about than this one.
That is for sure. I am bursting right now. I cannot wait.
So let's give our viewers the backstory. Sweet lady Miss Ginger comes in the store with her massive collection of 1920s era cards. I'm not even in the shop the day when she comes in because I'm off helping another store with grading that day. But she comes in, brings in 1,100 something cards.
Well, it was a cigar box.
Yeah, cigar box. You tell the story.
That when she opened the lid, it looked like trash. It looked like little shreds of paper. But from the corner of my eye, I could see that it wasn't shreds of paper, and that Ginger and her mom, who was the caretaker of them for a number of years, kept them when a lot of other people might have thrown them out. And I'm so glad that they chose to do that. There were over 1,100 individual strip cards in that cigar box, which I still hope Ginger has, because I think that's part of the whole collection, is that cigar box too. She had already identified the Babe Ruths and the Ty Cobb, so she had those separated. But when we were going through the other 1,000 cards or so, we found a couple more in there. So It was just a work in progress. We took 2 days, sorted them out. We knew the Cobbs and the Ruths were to go pronto, so we had the first batch of cards ready to go the next day.
Right.
And we sent them off, and guess what, Joe? I know, I'm so excited.
Back. They're back.
They're sitting right here. And I know that we sent off 55 cards, and they hold about 23 cards in each one of these boxes. And we have a loose one, maybe or two here, so I'd say a lot of them were graded. We were wondering how many would be graded. A lot of the conditions were pretty rough, but they were real. We knew they were real.
Oh, yeah.
And
hey, let's educate our viewers first. What these are, if you're not familiar with what a strip card is, this is late 1920s era cards that were released, unlike tobacco cards that were, released in individual packs of cigarettes. These cards came on like a 10-card strip, and they were typically distributed through candy retailers, and the candy retailer would either cut or tear off a card, which is why most strip cards have really rough edges, why some of them are missing part of the card, because they were issued in this long strip, and you tore the strip, and then it was like a premium you'd get with your candy. So other ways I'm sure they were distributed, but that's the stories I've been told. And we've got, how many Babe Ruths, Doug?
I believe there are 20.
20, count them, 20 Babe Ruths in this collection. And how many Ty Cobbs?
I believe there are 15.
15, count them, 15 Ty Cobbs in this collection, sitting in these boxes. So we have been waiting with bated breath for this collection to come back. I think that's a good term. Anyway, we've been excited. How's that?
I did do some research on the strip cards and just the way you explained it, and that's why sometimes you'll see one side either cut or torn one way, and then the next customer was the next day, and there'd be a new person in the shop and they would tear it a different way. I'm sure they were intended to be torn neatly, maybe even with a little paper cutter as you tear them off, but most of the ones that we see are literally just hand torn. And
which of course results in a lot of authentic grades, because the condition is so poor.
And then there was the subject of whether or not we should trim them up a little bit to make them look better. We chose not to do any altering to any of the cards because we do know that SGC can grade it as authentic trimmed, and we didn't really want it to be that way. We just wanted it to be authentic. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping that if they get a grade of a 1 or a 2 or a 3, I'm excited, but if these all have A's on them for authentic, I mean, I'm just thrilled to death. So I know there are a few that have been rejected. I can kind of see them right here.
Yeah, but to reiterate your point, we never touch anything. We get it as it comes in, whether it's a vintage card, whether it's a brand new card. And so we wanted it to be graded exactly as it was preserved for 100 years.
Because they do know if you cut it today, it doesn't look like it if you cut it back in 1920.
Yeah.
The edges don't look the same.
Yeah. So.
Joe, what are we waiting on here?
All right.
Can I get into it?
Absolutely. You're the one who handled this collection.
All right,
so
let's just go.
Well, how about you get the bad ones?
I was just going to say,
the ungraded stuff out of the way
bad
first.
news first, even though
there is one.
There's one graded card
All right.
in here. Let's take a look and see. Oh, I can barely hold on to them. Oh no, I saw the word Ty Cobb on one of them. Well, they didn't like the Teddy Roosevelt cards. Abraham Lincoln and George Washington didn't get graded. And
These are torn pretty badly. But.
And one Ty Cobb.
So 4 Teddy Roosevelts did not make it. In this collection, I believe we had 41 presidential cards. Is that correct?
It might have grown a little bit once we dug into all of them.
The first day, I remember you reported to me 41. So 4 Teddys did not get graded. It just says SGC does not grade for whatever reason. 2 Abe Lincolns. 1 George Washington. And the 1 Ty Cobb. All right, so we're going to move on because our viewers want to see.
Move on to some winners too. The first one is a Babe Ruth.
Nice.
Incredible card.
This one is there were multiple ones. This is a 1926 W511 blue duotone, hand cut, authentic. Minimum size not met because yes, it was certainly undersized, but the bottom line is that's a 98-year-old Babe Ruth. 98-year-old Babe Ruth. One down on the Babe Ruth. Here we go.
That's awesome. Well, we know based on those rejects that we will have a lot of Babe Ruths.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of Ty Cobb.
Yes.
You want to?
Oh yeah. I guess we can see who has the better box, who gets the more excited reaction as we look through, because we have not.
We do not know. This is an unboxing for us as well as for you all.
We actually had Taylor, one of our team members, do some research on these because we haven't even looked up values. So
cool. Just amazing. What was that other Babe Ruth? Was it a
this is a W511.
Well, I have a W511 black and white.
That was the blue
tone.
And I'm very impressed with their knowledge of all these variations. So.
Oh wow.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, wow.
All right, on the count of three, show your card to the camera. 1, 2, 3. What do you got?
I got the same thing as you. I got a Ty Cobb 1.
Ty Cobb 1, W551.
All right, I guess we're tied so far.
All right.
Box break. That's awesome, though. That is so nice. I cannot believe that is 100 years old and it still looks. The blue, the colors are so nice.
All right, count of 3. Here we go. Mine is a 1.
Mine is a authentic.
All right, I think I'm ahead on that one.
Little different cut on this one. You can see there's a little more room around it.
There's a lot. This one was very well cut. That's a Ty Cobb W551. Lots of border on that one. Really like that.
Oh my goodness. All right.
All right. 1, 2, 3. I've actually got a 1.5 this time. I hope it keeps going. Like there's a 10 at the bottom. But this is a 1.5 yellow background. This is a 1923 W515-1 number 10 Ty Cobb. 1.5. And sadly, a 1.5 is a really good grade on this stuff because they are so hard to get in good condition. As we said, most of them are torn. So 1.5 is actually a really good grade on that.
How about this, Joe? I got another Babe, but this one's a maroon.
Oh wow! I think we're gonna have every.
And then a blue.
I think this is.
And then a black and white.
You know when people talk about collecting, the rainbow. I think that's where it started. It's not in Prism. It started with 1920s Babe Ruths. Hardened duotone. So you got 3 authentic Ruths there.
I'm going to keep those. Hopefully there'll be another color.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Got another one. This is a Ty Cobb hand-cut W512 from 1926.
W512.
And you've got another Ruth.
Ruth Authentic.
I've got another. There was a lot of these 551s. I've got another Cobb 551 W551. I'm very pleased so far for Ginger because we're seeing a lot that actually did get assigned a numerical grade. For those who didn't see, this whole collection was reported in Sports Collectors Daily and then on local Metro Atlanta News. She is consigning the collection to us, so through our eBay consignment program. But we will be offering these on our website, GotBaseballCards.com. We will have these on eBay, and we will have these at upcoming shows starting in Nashville this weekend. So a lot of these will be stored off-site, but we will take a handful with us to Nashville and Dallas.
Come see our booth. That's awesome, Joe.
So I've got our highest grade yet on a Ruth coming up. I think I got all the grades of the actual Ruth 1.5. Ruth 1.5. W512 Ruth 1.5.
And another authentic. I think it's interesting how they numbered when they decided to create numbering for all the different cards, how they came up with these.
That was Jefferson Burdick. If you know your sports card history, he assigned way back. He was pre-Dr. But he was way back and assigned these serial numbers. All right, we've got a hole-in-one. Actually, had 4 holes in this one. W511 Babe Ruth. Actually, still got a 1.
Wow, yeah, and I got a W551 Babe Ruth Authentic.
So, more Ruths.
There you go. You have the same one.
Yeah, all right, we got another Ruth, 1921. So this one is 103 years old. 103-year-old.
Sorry, I'm turning mine over faster.
That's all right. We've got a W572 Babe Ruth 1923. I love this one. This one's got the little signature at the bottom.
Yeah, that's
SGC 1.
Amazing.
SGC 1.
This one is unique. Babe looks like a baby.
I got another one coming up, W512 Portrait of Babe Ruth.
And I've got all the presidents coming up now.
All right, you have all the presidents, men?
I have all the men, all the presidents. Got an authentic Teddy Roosevelt. 1924 563. Same here.
And I've got a horizontal Ty Cobb from the 1921 set, W516-2-2. That one barely got, that one's, there's enough of the card there for an authentic Cobb horizontal.
That's outstanding. The color is just brilliant.
Yeah, you think about how vibrant these colors are to be that old. And we got another Cobb, same set. Excuse me, not the same set. This is W516-2-1. That was the 2-2. So very slight difference. Very slight difference in these.
Yeah, very slight. Like maybe not.
Yep. See the coloring on this one.
Interesting.
The variation in
look at the name at the bottom is different too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's one of your original parallels here, folks. And the 1821 Ty Cobb parallel, basically.
Very nice.
Same photo, but a little slight difference in the card. And they thought parallels started in the 1990s. So.
You know what? I need Randy up here because I was going to try to do the presidents in order.
Yep.
I know this one was president number 1.
Very good.
George Washington. And what is it graded? It is a 1.
Very good. And you can You get number 16. I do know.
Oh,
I
I
do
got
know
a
Lincoln's
John
number.
Quincy Adams in here. I'm
He
not
would
sure.
be number 8.
8? See, that's amazing. We should know our presidents more than we know our Braves team jersey numbers, batting average, how many men left on base. That's awesome.
Check
That is
this out.
awesome.
1, 2, 3 more authentic Ruths. W551s, all of them. 3 more of them. They just keep coming. And no, these are not reprints, they're the real thing. This one looks like Ruth has lipstick on.
Yep.
W515-2, 1923. Looks like a yellowish jersey and looks like bright red lipstick. So another hand, we've owned this one before. We've had this card on consignment before. A W516-2-2 Ruth 1921 authentic. And coming up, we've got another Ty Cobb authentic. And just to share, of course, we're showing off some presidents and Ruth and Cobb. We've got plenty more of these coming back from SGC. Of other, name some of the others you signed up. Charlie Chaplin,
Rogers
Hornsby,
Tris
Sisler.
Speaker,
Yeah.
a lot of Hall of Famers from that era. More presidents, some Lindberghs, I believe. A lot of the famous people from that era were on these strip cards. There were very few baseball players actually on the strip cards. A lot of actors and actresses.
Yeah.
We sent off a couple of those, but those weren't quite as popular as the ball players.
Another Cobb. Another Cobb mirror. Actually,
Like that. See the little pit on the inside of that hole there?
got two more Ty Cobb. Same card here. They look like minis, even for tobacco cards. These were W516-2-1 pair of Ty Cobbs, both authentics. And another Cobb from the W512 set series. So it looks like our highest grade was that 1.5, which I'm very pleased with.
Figured I'd put up the presidents, 3 Abe Lincolns, a couple of different versions, authentic.
We got 3 Ulysses S. Grants. Ulysses S. Grant, but I said Grant. Whoa, gotta watch me there. Maybe having to get something reholdered already. We just got them in. So 3 different Ulysses Grant.
Ginger found this Farina card in her cigar box, and when she tried to find information on this, the only place she could find a copy of this card was at the New York City Metropolitan of Art. So we felt like this was going to be a pretty strong one.
Yeah.
Probably one of her favorites, but also one of mine. There were a few of these Path comedies down at the bottom. I just wanted to make sure that you saw that we had
Very unique.
presidents, Babe Ruth,
And then some.
Ty Cobb, and in the next
Wow.
batch, even more. Christy
Path
Mathewson.
comedian. Wow.
I can't even remember that there were, I believe, over 160 more cards, more strip cards sent off for the next batch, which should be coming in another week or so.
Yeah. All right, so this
Winner,
is just,
winner, winner. These are beautiful. Just last
Yeah,
couple
I
were
love that
Andrew
one.
Jackson, John Quincy Adams, and even though they didn't grade Teddy Roosevelt on a couple of those cards, we did get these authenticated. I think the presidents are awesome. All right. Joe, what do you think?
I think we've got a lot of selling to do, a lot of listing to do, a lot of promoting to do to help Ginger get the most money out of her cards. So we are super excited and we're super appreciative. This sweet lady spent an entire day with our team and getting educated, and we were so glad we could be there to help her because that's part of our mission, is serving collectors however we can. And so where you not only get them graded, you spent hours going through them. By the time I got to them, Doug had already broken them down by athlete or comedian or
a lot of boxers
actor,
too. A lot of boxers.
Yeah.
Boxing back in the 20s was one of the most popular sports, if not the most popular sport.
But again, if you're excited about this collection and you're interested in adding one of these to your own collection, let us know. So we're gonna. I haven't looked up the prices on any of these. Taylor's done some research for us, and so let's just take a glance here. So, and again, until we look at each card individually to gauge, because authentics can vary a good, lower grade, higher grade in an authentic. Excuse me. So, but these are ballpark prices. I'll be assigning actual prices to them this week. I'm going to take a look, Doug.
Yeah. No,
I'm getting choked up reading some of these numbers.
I see a lot of 4-digit numbers there.
Yes, there are.
And I see a lot of 3-digit numbers
Yeah, there's
too.
a lot of affordable ones too.
The
what's our big boy on there? Where's that Ruth 1.5? Yeah, the Ruth 1.5 ballpark is about a $3,500 card.
I tell you what, anybody that is interested in all three of these, I think these would be amazing, and I don't believe they're terribly expensive. They're roughly $1,000 a piece. Get all three different variations, you'd be the hit of the sports card club you're a member of. You would be the most popular guy in town. I can tell you that. These are so amazing.
Yeah.
I may just have to
Yeah, I was
talk
gonna say,
to
we may have
Ginger
yeah,
about these.
We may have to negotiate because there's definitely some in there I'd love for my own collection. I could enjoy having some of those sitting on my desk, but we will be putting a lot of these up for sale. So they're ranging. I mean, some of the there's
The
some
presidents are less than $100 each.
Wow.
And some of the authentic, even some of the Babe Ruths are under $1,000 each. Not much under $1,000, but
right.
still.
Yeah.
I mean, that's to get an authentic, original Babe Ruth card from his playing days.
Yeah.
It's almost unheard of.
Yeah. When you think about, I mean, the third most expensive card in the history of the hobby is a 1916 Babe Ruth, and so hundreds of no, actually it was. I'd have to check my numbers. A lot more than $1,000.
Yes.
How's that? I'll just leave it at that. You can do the research, but it's the Baltimore 1916 Baltimore card of Babe Ruth. It's the third most expensive
Didn't
in the history of the hobby.
A non-authentic version of that in the store the other day, or?
No, that was the candy.
Okay.
Yeah. We had to identify a counterfeit Ruth came in the other day. Someone was trying to grade, but same era though.
Yes.
It was the chocolate back card. But we will be getting these listed. We'll again, our website, GotBaseballCards.com, will be featuring the collection there. Our eBay channel under GotBaseballCards, and also at upcoming shows. We will be at Nashville this coming weekend, Thursday through Sunday. Taylor and Perry will be there for our team in Dallas next weekend. So we will have some for sale there. And we will be offering these again online. So if you're interested and you want to inquire, again, I haven't even assigned pricing. We're going to have to go through them individually to get exact pricing on them, depending on the actual, again, an authentic can be missing part of the card, or it can all, it could just be torn the bad way. So there's a big difference even in authentics. So, but if you're interested, just shoot us an email, gotbaseballcards@gmail.com, or you can give us a call. And if you need help with your 1920s collection or your 2020s collection, let us know. We're here to help you with grading. We're here to help you with consignment. We're here to help you get the most out of your collection. So we love serving collectors both locally and globally. So let us know how we can help you as well. And Doug, I think we got some pricing to do.
Yes, I can't wait to make a phone call here in just a few moments and let Ginger know exactly what happened on this first batch. So it's going to be exciting. We may even have a little tidbit of that conversation for you as well on another video. But we really appreciate you watching. I greatly appreciate you watching. This is one of the best things. I was lucky Joe was not in the store that day, or he would have hogged her all to
That's
himself.
right. I would have said, no, I want to go through it. I want to go through it.
But it was wonderful. It still is. It's still wonderful. I'm getting all red faced because I'm so excited about it. So thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, and if you need help with grading, whatever, just go to our website, GotBaseballCards.com. We have all the details there. We've been a leading group submitter dating back to 1998 with PSA and SGC, and we're here to help you too. So thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Signing off for Joe.
And Doug.